Why this journey?
I mean, this is our only planet. This is our only place that we call home. I was watching a movie last night, and they said, you know, we're putting funding into projects to go to space, to go to Mars.
Yep.
But they have trouble finding homes for people here. They have troubles finding people when there's a tsunami or an earthquake or a flood in anywhere. They have trouble getting people out of their city, out of their town.
Yep.
So what makes them think that they're gonna go to Mars? So this is our only planet. I don't think anyone is going to be able to leave this planet, and maybe there'll be a few. Like I'm totally optimistic, but this is our only planet. So, and I don't see enough of this happening. And I've always been conscious at a young age of our environment and of our world. So I feel like it's my right to share that. I feel like I'm
one with the planet, one with the universe in that sense. Right?
Yeah. I am the universe. You're the universe.
Yeah.
You know, people watching this are the universe. We all are the creator within ourselves, and it's sad to see the destruction that we're creating. So if I can help one person, I'm happy.
Okay, but I mean, I'm curious in the sense that how did you begin this holistic journey? As in, because someone just don't wake up one day, right, and think, okay, I'm gonna help save the planet, right? So there must be something in you that is so, or something that you've experienced that's so so significant for you to make this that you want to help save the world in that sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is it? I mean, have you always been very self-aware of your surrounding, or have you always been very you cared about certain things that are not right, that you have to kind of, if no one's going to do it, I'm going to put my foot and I'm going to do the right thing.
Yeah, I'm not perfect. So there's been moments where you know, and I'm still not perfect. But yeah, at a young age, I think I was aware of the bigger picture, the bigger idea. You know, I think if you can think back to when you were a child, you can think back and think like, man, you felt like maybe you can hold the world in your hand. I shared this story yesterday with my father, holding the world on his shoulders.
Right.
And I remember not fully going into that whole story.
Okay, if you
But he made me believe that, and then he told me that I can be the world's strongest man too. So I remember doing push-ups every day. I was eating the right food. I was, trying to get my body to that point, because there's no better time than now. We start now, then you can create change, and tomorrow could be better. So I think it was like implanted, that seed was planted at a young age to like make change now. Don't wait for it.
Okay. Growing up in the city, was it hard? I mean, is it hard growing up in the city? Because, I mean, if we were at the countryside, I mean, everything is provided, right? We have land that we can grow our own food, we can reduce the use of plastic and stuff like that. Being in a city, like New York, you're from New York, right?
So I'm based in New York City, but I grew up in Connecticut, which was like 2 hours outside of New York.
Okay.
But it was a urban suburb type area, so I had access to going to like the country and being surrounded by nature. But I also had the city element. We had a garden in our backyard.
That's nice.
We planted, we harvested what we grew. It was beautiful. But
how hard it is, because right now you're based in New York, right? Is there a change of environment? But city dwellers are a bit harder to convince, because for us, I mean, I'm from Singapore. The city everything is about convenience, right? If it's hard for me, then I wouldn't want to do it and stuff. So how do you deal with it? Do that.
I remember being really stressed out a couple years ago in the city, and it was very difficult. And then I remembered, oh my gosh, I need to meditate. I need to get back into nature. New York City has some amazing parks. Every city I feel does. There's nature surrounded, and it doesn't take that much effort to just go outside.
Okay.
You know, go by the ocean, go by a river, go by a tree, hug a tree.
Okay.
You know, spend time in nature.
Yeah.
And so I remembered that element, and so the way I balance living in New York City is I spend as much time as I can outside in nature, or at a park, or on a hike.
Okay.
So try to find as much time as I could to just find that peace.
Okay.
Because it is crazy just being surrounded by so many people who are just on, like, they're racing to go nowhere.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, as mindful as I can be, sometimes I get caught up in that, and I just remember, oh gosh, I'm not connecting to my breath, I'm not breathing.
Okay.
Did I drink enough water?
Okay.
So just trying to bring that back, and also inspire people to do that too each day,
Okay.
wherever you live.
That's true. Okay. Is this a full-time thing for you, as an advocate,
Right.
or what
Oh,
do
yeah.
you do as your? I don't know. Is
Are you
that?
asking me how I make money?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because like I
Yeah,
feel
what's your
like
day
sometimes they don't like. Yeah, comfortable. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
So, yeah, advocating and sharing this message with people, being
Okay.
able to come to Bali and share this,
Okay.
you know, brings opportunities, has brought opportunities, and will.
Okay.
I host dinner events,
Okay.
supper clubs,
Okay.
cooking demonstrations,
Okay.
and that supports me.
Okay.
Down the road in the next coming months, I'll have some menus that I've created that will be in restaurants.
Okay.
Speaking to businesses to help consult with them to create less waste. So I'm doing the food, and I'm also trying to create less waste in other areas too. So this is how I'm being able to support my lifestyle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're kind of an entrepreneur yourself, right, in
Yes.
that sense. Because some people are doing what they do, but they do have like a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you are
yeah.
completely an
I'm
entrepreneur.
completely in it.
Okay, that's what. Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. I wanted to ask you, have you ever encountered or chanced upon people who don't believe in the things that you're doing, in a sense that why zero waste? Why minimize? Why should I, as a person, minimize waste? Have you ever encountered such? I don't know. I mean, everyone there's always the
There's always
naysayers, right? In
Yeah,
that
right.
sense,
There are the naysayers. I rarely come across them.
Wow, really?
Okay. Because I think when you want to spread a message, when you want to share your point of view, because what I'm saying is just my point of view, right? But there's also facts that back that up, scientific facts. So by spreading my message in a very like kind, lighthearted, relaxed approach, I think people begin to change. I didn't say anything, this is an example, I didn't say anything to my father. I just started living the way I was living. I think he came across an interview, or he might have heard something that, oh yeah, I'm just going to the farmer's market to drop off my compost.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So weeks later, he invested and bought a compost.
Okay.
And now he's encouraged his mother, who's 91 years old, my grandmother, 91 years old, and she's composting now.
Wow, okay.
I didn't say anything to her,
Okay.
you know, but that has that ripple effect. Because I didn't tell anyone that they should do something. It's like me telling you, go ahead and do this right now. You may not feel like empowered to do that. You need to come in your own time to make that change. And you want to feel empowered. You want to make that choice. So I don't want to tell you what to do, because you're the master of your ship.
Okay.
You know, you're going to make that choice, that decision yourself.
Okay. But what if one day you encounter someone who comes up to you and say,
Yeah.
why should I?
Oh yeah.
Like, why should I reduce my waste, or why should I minimize waste?
And then you know what I say to them?
What?
I ask a question.
Okay.
Why should you?
Okay.
Give me a reason why you should do that.
Okay.
And usually sometimes they come up with the answers themselves. They're like, well, it would be better for the environment. I'm like, there you go. I don't need to say anything. You already know the answer.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I think everyone has that. within themselves. They have the answer. Right?
Yeah.
But sometimes they look outside themselves for that answer when they already have it within themselves.
Okay.
Because if I told you, like, it's this, this, and this, you may not agree with that. But you probably already have some of those answers within yourself that you're like, yeah, maybe I could start doing this. Maybe I could stop consuming plastic and say no to plastic water bottles and, you know, plastic bags and bring my own bag, you know? Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Okay. I'm not sure how New York City is. Also, okay, so everywhere you go, you bring your own stuff. I mean, you bring your own water bottle, you bring your own bag, you bring your own cutleries. Do you use straws?
No. I have a bamboo straw and a stainless steel straw.
Okay.
But
You hardly use them.
I hardly use them. I think they're more for like stirring and mixing things up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everywhere you go, you bring your own.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like you mentioned yesterday at the talk, you mentioned that people tend to. I mean, when you go to shops and stuff, people tend to just give you the plastic bag and stuff like that. So people sometimes have this misconception that we just have to accept everything, right? So how do you do that? As in, how do you? I mean, is it?
It's difficult sometimes because I feel that I'm doing by saying like, oh no, I don't need this. That I'm hurting their feelings or telling them how they should do their job. But with a smile and like, I'm really sorry. Like I don't. No. It's okay. I don't need this. Like I told. Today I was down at the restaurant.
Okay.
They handed me a paper napkin. I was like, oh no, it's okay. Thank you so much. Like I have my own. And they're like, no, take it. I was like, no, like I don't need it.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. Like I have my own.
Okay.
And there's sometimes where people just like they end up just like leaving it, and then I find a way to just like bring it back and leave it with them. It does become challenging sometimes, but it's finding that way. The right words, the right, it's finding the right things to say and how to say it to someone for them to just know that this is how I live. And sometimes I have to say like, hey, I'm a sustainable individual. I live a sustainable lifestyle. I don't need that's like the last that I need to say.
Okay.
But sometimes that
Needs to
be addressed, and they understand at that point.
You've never encountered any like really like people who don't believe in zero waste or minimal waste?
If I say it now, maybe somebody will come. Maybe someone will like come knocking or send me an email. But really, I get emails, I get messages, I get mail. People will write to me everywhere and just say like, "Wow, this makes a lot more sense. I'm changing," and I'm not saying to anyone to. I'm just literally laying the information out there. Okay. I'm finding this information, educating myself, and then just sharing the journey through the way that I live. Okay. Some people will come on and say like, "Oh, I don't understand. I don't agree with being vegan. I don't agree with it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me." And I'm like, hey, it's totally fine. Like in your own time. Like, who am I to judge? Okay. I won't tell anyone to go vegan. I'll only tell them to eat more plants because little by little they'll start to feel the plant power. Okay.
So what you do is you plant seeds. Yeah. In a sense, you share your journey. Like someone planted back then when you were younger, you already had a seed planted in you, which you are, it's in you already. But right now, what you're doing is you're planting seeds to others in that sense, right?
Oh my gosh, I am.
Right?
Yeah.
Because then,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, then people realize that they become more self-aware. It's like what you mentioned just now, like when a naysayer comes to you and you say the only one question that you will ask is, why should you do it? Yeah. They already have the answer, but they think, you're kind of like the person that plants the seeds. So that's beautiful. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You mentioned vegan. Are you vegan?
Yes.
Okay. I think I saw this. Someone mentioned that if you are for the earth, if you're not vegan, people have this idea that if you're for the earth, you have to be vegan.
Right.
Right. So what do you think about that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a difficult one because I think people have their own ways of, protecting the environment,
Yep.
But like for me, like I consider myself an environmentalist, consider myself a protector of this planet, but then I also I get on a plane and fly a plane.
Yeah.
Eventually one day I hope I don't need to do that and I can do everything through a computer. And even then that is like even wasteful. Maybe that'll be ran on solar power. Maybe that's what'll happen. You can be for the earth. Why not? Find your own way, but I really think it starts on your plate. The very first place, what do you do people have meals, 3-4 times a day? Really starts what's on your plate. And I read something the other day, climate change is on your plate.
Okay.
Did you see this?
I think was it a few weeks or a few days ago?
Yeah, I think it was like a few days ago I wrote, maybe it was a week ago where I wrote climate change is on your plate.
Okay.
The animal industry is such a harmful impact to our environment and to our health. No one understands like what animal waste is doing and where that goes. Like after they slaughter an animal, like where does that waste go? Because there is waste.
Yeah.
And then the methane that is created from the animals when they eat food and the land and the deforestation and the water use.
Yeah.
So like that is a very harmful impact to our environment. So I really think like start with what's on your plate.
I only recently am slowly becoming vegan. I'm cutting out a lot of things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I mentioned to you earlier on, we had a space about 4 years ago because we're both athletes and we've been trained that protein comes from animals.
Right.
So I think one day, believe it or not, have you watched Okja?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that show.
So good.
Yeah, it's so good, and that show made me cry a lot of times because it's real, and that kind of like affected me in that sense that okay, I've got to take a step back and really look into what is food to you. So that's when we let go of the space and we're doing other things in ourselves to do plant-based meals and stuff like that. Yeah, so that changed me completely. And Okja was a show. I watched other shows like Conspiracy and stuff like that, but I think there's a human emotion to that show that kind of like got to you. Yeah. Do you agree, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like some documentaries are a little bit, it's a documentary and that it's like in your face information, whereas Okja was more of a Hollywood film, I guess, in a sense. And you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, this makes sense. Sometimes, those, like, you watch, I don't know.
What?
Name a Disney movie.
Finding Nemo? Is Finding Nemo
Finding Nemo, sure. Pixar, maybe.
Yeah.
But,
that's right.
But Finding Nemo had a message in there, too. I don't remember the message. But there was a message in there, and people, I feel, sometimes are gravitated to those, like, messages.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I feel that. I understand that.
Yeah.
So Okja did this same exact thing, but we knew that it was fantasy. We knew that it was make-believe, but...
Yeah, there's some element of truth in there.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Are the questions okay? I mean...
Yeah.
Okay.
These are some of the most... They're not the same questions I normally get, so it's good. When you do an interview, I feel like there's this openness. Because not every person... I'm not like this to every person. And it's a different connection. We're connecting. And in front of cameras it takes up a lot of energy too. Like it can be draining.
Yes, it does. It's like
even when you're behind the camera too, it's like very draining.
Okay, I just wanted to check in.
Yeah, thank you.
I think it's a side message for me to check in myself. Okay.
Yeah.
I've actually followed you, and you are really a holistic person. You do yoga.
Yes.
You meditate.
Yes.
You this thing that is zero waste in that sense that you not only not use plastic, you even take material. I mean food, right? Food ingredients that are about to be thrown away into something yummy.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're a holistic person. I mean, in that sense. So cooking wise, do you have a chef background, or you've? I mean, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
So how do you pick up cooking?
How did I pick up cooking? I grew up having a chef for a father.
Okay.
And I was always in the kitchen with my father.
Yeah.
There was times, when I was young, he wouldn't let me or allow me into the kitchen because he was afraid that I'd get hurt. He would have me, sit on a chair and watch. I just wanted to be active and use my hands and just get...
You're a hands-on kind of...
Yeah, I'm a hands-on kind of guy.
Okay.
My last name even means the hands.
Okay. Yes. Okay, that's right. Okay.
So it's like I'm supposed to do something with my hands. So I really feel that. I really feel that resonates with me.
Okay.
And I just watched my father growing up. He was self-taught. He was just a really good home cook kind of chef. And, little by little, I just started cooking and playing around. And he would, lay out ingredients when I was a kid with my siblings. He would lay out ingredients. And he'd have us, he would have like 10 ingredients. And he'd say, hey, tonight's meal, we have 5 ingredients. We have 3 ingredients. Can you figure out which of the 3 are in this meal?
Okay.
So he was like educating us on our palate. Yeah. But I also think he was also trying to keep us quiet at the dinner table because we're young and rambunctious and loud children. Yeah, full of energy. Yep. So as I got older, I just started cooking more for myself. Okay. And I didn't go to school, but my first job, I was working in a pizza restaurant. Okay. Oh, and I made the dough. I made the pizza dough. I rolled it out and everything. So that was like, I was using my hands at that time, and it was the best.
You fell in love with it.
Fell in love with that. Okay. Then the next job I worked in a movie theater. Okay. And my job was to make the popcorn. Okay. So I was always with food. Okay. I worked in a bank and I was handing out money. Okay. But I didn't go to school. This is all self-taught. This is me working in restaurants, learning firsthand. And I think that is sometimes like the best way because you're more receptive. Yeah. To see what's happening, School can teach you some amazing things, but it can also make you feel like, because I know people who go to school and they're burnt out, they're just like, I don't want to do this, because maybe, you go to school and you're like, I didn't want to learn this, or you learn something else and it's not exactly how you envisioned it. Okay. Never thought I'd go to school. I don't think I'll ever go to cooking school, but it's all self-taught. Okay. It's fun. I mean, when you do more hands-on, you kind of learn as you go along, right? Absolutely. You have bumps and stuff. You come across stuff that you think is difficult, but you overcome it by learning and by doing it hands-on, right? So it's the fastest way to learn. The fastest way to learn. Yeah. When you're hands-on and Oh, absolutely. Yeah, cool. I'm a very visual learner. I'm very like hands-on, like feel and touch, and I forgot the word of it. But yeah, I agree with you. Okay. This is how someone can learn pretty fast, is by just like throwing them into the kitchen or throwing them into a situation where you have to use your hands, because there's a connection with your hands to your memory. Yeah. There's something you just remember how to, and you remember not to do that again. Yes, if you cut a finger, I got some burns and cuts on my fingers, but yeah. Okay, cool. That's interesting. Okay. You mentioned earlier on, I mentioned earlier on about your journey to take food waste. Not rotten, but like bruised ingredients and make it to something. So, how do you go about doing your grocery shopping? So, do you like specifically go to a supermarket to look for like bruised fruits and stuff like that, or do you just I don't know? Sometimes. Okay. And sometimes the supermarket's such a wasteful industry. You go and you see like a stack of apples, and there's like 5,000 apples. And you're like, no one's gonna buy in one day, no one's gonna buy 5,000 apples. Yeah. There's just no way. Okay. But sometimes I find if there are bruised, like bananas are like the best. I like seeing bananas that are like black because I can just throw that into a smoothie or freeze them and blend them up, because I know that people will walk by them. And sometimes I just like hang back and I just watch and see how people react. What I'd like to do is grab all the stacks of bruised bananas and stack them all up and then leave like the perfect one in the middle. And just see how the person like navigates to get to it. It's like a science project. That is a great idea. Maybe you should try that one day. I should try that. It just came up with them on the spot. Okay. But even when I go to the farmers markets too, I look for vegetables that are I guess, in a sense, ugly. Because the average person will not choose the ugly produce.
Yeah.
And it's still good. And I work with farmers, I work with companies and organizations that save food from being wasted.
Okay.
So I feel like if I can make a delicious meal from food that would have been thrown away, food that is considered ugly,
Yeah.
and you eat it and you're like, wow, this is good. That can open the minds of other people and think, oh, well, maybe yeah, I can change, or maybe I can purchase food that looks imperfect.
Okay. So when you go to a shop, okay, because I don't know, in Singapore, right? What we have is like maybe okay, let's say apples, right? Then they have a bag of apples that's maybe not so perfect. So does your supermarket like give discounts for like those bruised fruits and stuff like that? Because usually people wouldn't want to spend a full $1 on something that they can get something perfect.
Right.
Then they get a full $1 and they get something.
I always say something to like the checkout clerk, or to the farmer at the farmer's market.
Yeah.
I always say something like, "Hey, this bag has like some bruised fruit in it." If I'm buying something in bag, I'm not. But like other vegetables or fruits that seem wonky or bruised, I will say something, and mostly they'll end up giving you a discount.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but
because they'll end up throwing that away.
Yeah.
Because they want to make money.
Yes, that's right.
So even if they take off, $1, it's fine.
Okay, so but they don't have a system back where you at. Oh, okay.
No, they should.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Yeah, maybe I should implement that.
Yeah, maybe. Next mission.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my gosh, yes. First, I'll do the banana trick.
Oh yeah. Oh, we should pick that banana trick.
Try it in Singapore. Tell me how it goes.
Yeah, maybe then we'll tag you. That's a good idea. Maybe you should give that a go. Yeah. Then the next mission will be for you to go to supermarkets and ask them to give discount to like bruised fruits. Anyway, they're going to throw it away anyways, right? So might as well they sell it at a lower price.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people usually won't want to buy if it's a full price to get, like a good one, and then.
Right. I like that. You've planted a seed. I'm gonna go back.
Okay.
I'm gonna think about it.
Okay.
I like
cool.
that.
And let us know how that goes.
Yeah,
So we'll let you know about the banana.
Yes.
You let us know about the
Absolutely.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna ask you. I don't know whether just now you've mentioned that what are you gonna be up to the next few months, years, or you're just gonna go with the flow?
Always with the flow. Always. You have to.
Yeah.
But in the next few months, I'll be doing some more traveling.
Okay.
Speaking, cooking demonstrations. I think I mentioned this earlier. Menu development for restaurants. I'll have my name will be on some menus, and some certain items will be on the menu. These dishes will have a zero waste twist.
Cool.
So I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting for you in the next few months.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. I lost the thought. Okay. You're gonna go through some fun stuff.
Yes.
I mean, people. I say it's fun, but when I ask them the questions, they don't think it's fun.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay. Okay. Well, these are fun. Okay. It's quite fun. Okay. Well, it's quite difficult. I'm so sorry. Okay, but what is your why? Your drive?
My why?
Yeah. What is your why? The drive that you get up in the morning, the things that you do. What is your why?
I thought you said this was gonna be fun.
It's
fun. What is my why? Yeah. My why. Why do I wake up in the morning? This is our only planet. This is our only opportunity. This is our one life. For us to be here in this space right now, talking, having a conversation. Yeah. This doesn't just happen. Yeah. There's a reason why we're here. And there's a reason why we've been given this physical body, this form, and a consciousness and a mind. So, and I feel really connected to nature and to the planet and to other life and other beings. And if I wake up in the morning and I have the urge to go out and do something great, to do something that's going to change someone's life, even if it's one person, even if it's one turtle from that plastic straw that I pick up off the beach that doesn't go into the ocean, amazing. Okay. I've done that. And if I can do that again the next day and the next day and the next day, that really drives me. Because when I get that taste of like victory or some, you know, a little bit of success, and success in the sense that, I made someone smile.
Okay.
I made someone, you know, say no to plastic bags, or I helped someone live a more conscious lifestyle, or live with a lower impact.
Okay.
That drives me.
Okay.
That's such a good feeling.
Okay. That's a beautiful why. That's a beautiful why.
Good.
Okay, sorry. I'm going to ask you this because you mentioned something about, because a lot of people that we talk to, right? They always say that how would one person make a difference?
Oh yeah.
Right? We always chance for that. They always say why. I mean, one person will make a difference. What is your message for that?
Okay. One person.
Okay.
One person does make a difference. So.
Oh.
I get chills. One person does make a difference.
Okay.
It's like saying no to plastic water bottles. 795 million people, there's 8 billion people on this planet. That one person, I'm from New York City, or I live in New York City, you're from Singapore.
Yeah.
We're on the other side of the world, and I'm being able to share my story with you and listen to you talk. And it does make a difference. And I hope somebody watching this will, even if it's that one person, they make a difference. Because that person then can inspire other people. Because someone else has inspired me, you know?
Yeah.
And that's had a big impact.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I was like, okay, chills. I don't know why. Max!
Good.
Okay. What's something most people don't know about you that you're really proud of?
This is fun. Yes. Oh my gosh. What is one thing that I'm proud of that people don't know about me?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Is it everyone knows everything about you?
No. But what is one thing that I'm very proud of myself?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I feel.
It's okay. Take your time.
Really?
Yeah, take your time. No worries.
One thing. The first thing that came to my mind was. It's actually, it has to do with sports.
Okay.
When I was 16, so at a young age, my mom, she was a runner.
Okay.
And she ran a lot, and she wouldn't allow me to go run with her.
Okay.
And I always would like beg and maybe cry and like ask them, like, please let me go running with you. I just, I had all this energy. I want to go and exercise and see if I'm able to like push my body to a limit. Now that I think about it, I'm like, maybe I want to push my body to certain limits.
Yeah.
This is when I was 10 years old. She then allowed me to go run with her. She put me in races, and I would go and run and, get into some races, and I would win.
Okay.
So it was like, So at 16 years old, I ran a race that was 10 kilometers, a little bit more than 10 kilometers, maybe like 12 or 13 kilometers. And it was all uphill. It was a mountain. So I ran from the bottom to the top to this mountain.
All 12 kilometers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like this.
Okay.
And I was 16 years old when I did that. Okay. So I'm really proud that I was able to like push my body to the limits, because I remember as I'm like running up this hill, maybe I was walking too at this time, there was a woman who was like, this is really tough. And she was an older woman. She's like, she looked at me, she's like, I have children. And she's like, this is harder than giving birth. I mean, I chuckled because my mom always said that giving birth was like the hardest thing she's ever done.
Okay. Okay.
So this is because as I got to the top, I told my mom, and she thought that was funny.
Okay.
But I'm really proud that I was able to like push my body and run a race that was like very difficult. People are passing out. People were like on the side of the road getting like CPR, or not CPR, but like some medical attention.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. So are you into sports?
Yeah.
What sports do you play?
I grew up swimming.
Okay.
Swimming was like my heart and passion when I was a kid, and basketball and baseball.
So you're all rounder.
Yeah, I love sports.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I feel like I can. Rugby is one thing. I've held the ball before and thrown it, but it's a little.
Maybe one day if you come by, if you ever swing by Singapore, give us a buzz.
Oh my
And
gosh!
we'll introduce you to the rugby.
Will you tackle me?
Maybe Leanne will tackle you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's contact rugby. So.
Yeah, of course.
But have you tried contact sport before?
Yeah, football.
Okay,
and I don't like getting hit.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did karate. I boxed a little bit, but I don't like getting hit.
Okay.
I can hit someone else, but I don't like getting hit. Yeah.
That's not how it works. So maybe that can be your strategy. I mean, you can be in that sport, but you try to perfect it so it's like not to get.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What is your most humbling experience?
Most humbling experience. My most humbling experience. I guess having people come up to me and see me like I'm on the subway or on the street and people come up to me and then I can't believe like they've changed their lives. They said like what I do or what I've said has inspired them to change their lives and they're now inspiring their family. So that's really it goes back to that question, what is one person, what can one person do? And that was like that. I remember walking away from that this is a few months ago going like, wow, like nothing will ever be the same now. Like what I do now will, because if that one person is saying it now and that was 6 months ago, like this is going to continue to happen, you know?
Have you ever pondered on the fact that did you ever think that you'll be right here where you are? I mean, the things that you're doing. You know.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
If not, what will you be doing? I don't know.
That's hard to answer too.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, I've always gone with the flow, and I've always like listened to myself.
Okay.
You know, I thought I wanted to be an actor when I was younger. And that took its course and that brought me places and took me to do certain things and projects and I was happy. But then something shifted, something changed and brought me to something else. Yeah. And then I started, you know, going with the flow and understanding like, okay, something else is happening. I gotta start listening to myself. Okay. You know, don't listen to your head all the time. There's something else like happening, like in your gut. You have that gut feeling. They say gut feeling, that intuition. You feel something like, whoa. I gotta listen to that. So yeah, I would never in a million years think that I'd be here sitting with you talking.
You're really inspiring. I mean, online. I mean, because I know you online, so that's how. And I'm very blessed to have.
Thank you.
They have had this conversation. Okay. 3 truths or 3 lessons, or 3 truths in that sense. If today was the last day on Earth, what would you want to share with? You know, what would be your last 3 messages? Not last 3 messages, but like. You know, is it tough or is it fun?
It's fun. It's fun. These are really great questions. Gosh. So all the interviewers out there watching this, learn something from you because this is probably the best interview.
Really, Max?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. No, because questions like this don't happen often. Okay. 3 things. 3 truths. Yeah. Be happy. Have fun. Yep. Laugh. Smile. Eat good food. Exercise. So those things. That's like I'm wrapping that in one package. Okay. That's my first truth. Okay. Do what makes you happy. Spend time with loved ones. Spend time with them and cherish those moments and be present. Put your phone down. You know, really connect with people. Yeah. Family or not family. You know, even if it's the person at the restaurant and they're taking your order, really connect with them. Take a moment and really spend a moment to really look them in the eyes and be present and really hear what they have to say and what you have to say. Because sometimes there's those hidden messages that are like laying in between. So be present. And just be. Just be. Listen to yourself.
Yeah.
Go in silent. Be silent. Listen to yourself.
Yeah. I think those true messages. I think it's very important in a day. I mean, in times like this where everything is just mad rush and stuff. Yeah. So it's true.
Simple. Really simple. Like, you know, these things that you can do right now, right?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that I feel like the energy has like,
Yeah,
it's gotten a little like softer and quieter.
Yeah,
and, like,
it has.
That's from being able to like just be aware and listen and feel.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, I can feel his energy. I mean, in the sense, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, if you can rule the world, what's the first thing that you do?
Okay, I like this question.
Okay.
First thing I would do, and I feel like I already have it.
Okay.
First thing I do would be change schools.
Okay.
In the sense that every school would be some part have earth elements, water elements, fire elements. They would just bring in all the elements of the planet to the school, spend more time in nature, learn about food, learn about how to grow food, learn about healthy eating, learn about exercise, learn how to live like a healthy life. Also, something else is how to, you know, when I'm growing up, this is a little off of like, not something that I normally say, but learn how to manage your money. Learn how to start investing. Learn how to, you know, buy a home or buy a car and health insurance, and learn about all these other things too, because people can then become more, they could be smarter with their money, and they could be smarter at how they choose what they buy and how they consume. So, but I think that it goes back to school, goes back to the children, because children are the future.
Yep, that's true. Oh, that's good words. I mean,
Wise.
yeah.
I totally agree.
Thank you.
Totally.
Okay, last question. What is your definition of legacy? What is your own definition of legacy?
Legacy. Wow. Legacy. My own definition of legacy. I guess, in a sense, to be remembered.
Okay.
And it doesn't need to be like Albert Einstein, who's passed away years and years and years ago, or, you know, Jesus. You know, like that's a legacy, right? But just to, I guess, to be remembered in this moment, to be remembered by your loved ones and your family. You know.
Yeah.
Because we all leave an imprint on each other. So that, in a sense, I feel is a legacy.
Okay. Cool.
I'm sorry. That's the only one.
Okay, that's cool. Okay. Last few is how can we support you? Your website, your journey, or your social media? I mean, we know who you are, but for those who are listening and stuff, how can we support you?
Support me by making a change today.
Okay.
The unselfish version right now. Innocent, start now. Make a change. Make one change. You were at my talk yesterday, and we all made one change. We all decided that today is going to be a day that we're going to make a change. And that could be one thing. You know, live in vibrancy with the planet, live in vibrancy with nature and the earth. Protect and support and honor and cherish this planet.
Thank you so much for
Thank
today,
you.
Max.
I
I
really
truly
appreciate it.
I really
Yes.
appreciate. Thank you for taking
Thank
the time.
you.
I feel so. I mean, I feel that I don't know. I feel it in my own way. I feel that we're so connected in that sense. I don't know the conversations that we had.
Absolutely.
I feel that I kind of understand your journey and stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, of course.